let's say I wanted to be a film director here, right? Is there specific personalities that let me reword that. Are there specific personalities you're born with, specific characteristic or traits that you bring to the table from a very young age that pushes you towards film directing? Because I mean, I remember when you and me went to school together, it was third, fourth grade. You were very good at art, very good at art, and I remember you had this huge Lego set collection. We used to come and have a play date with you. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
that, but I was never that good at art. I mean, I remember seeing your drawings, seeing the things that you made. I was like, even at a young age, I was like, man, I wish I could do what Johnathan does. Did you? Is that something that you bring to the director, as a director? Is that something that directors have? Like, what is that? What does that accompany?
Well, I think so much of directing is it's definitely it's a very specific role where you have to be able to balance out all these requirements and sort of have your head everywhere, but just one place at once. Um, I think it's not it's just having an understanding of the medium. So it's knowing that, well, I mean, what I love about film, for example, is that it's one of the only mediums that is all these multiple mediums in one. So it's sort of a combination of writing, of performance, of photography,
Yeah,
of music,
yeah.
of all these different things
It's an
that
art form. Yeah,
together make the medium the medium. So I think that's the springboard. I'm not, I don't really believe that certain people are like born to be
more attributes,
directors or
right?
not,
Right.
but it's something where I also think that, you know, a lot of actors are really good about kind of turning the switch on and off. You know,
Hmm.
they're not their character outside of, you know, cut and action. But I think the director's role is similar, where I think I'm a different person on set than I am in real life. You have to take on more of an edge. You have to stick to your guns. You have to really, really not compromise, to be honest.
Sure.
It's about working together as a team, but you have to really stand behind your vision and not
Sure.
compromise.
Yeah.
So I think it's just knowing that, and it's doing your homework before. So it's knowing how to speak to actors, having an understanding of the psychology of an actor,
Behind that, right?
and having done some. I think it's really important that the people that want to be directors also take a couple acting classes and know what it's like to be an actor. And I think this is where a lot of directors really fail, is they don't know how to speak to actors, and they say, can that was good, but can you be more sad? Which is the last thing
Last thing you want to
want to
hear,
say
right?
to an
Yeah,
actor. um
yeah,
it's understanding that what film really is
yeah.
working with the keys and working with the actors to create something
Sure,
together, but it's
sure,
still having your unified vision to get there. But
sure.
you got to be able to
It,
to pull out the best in
right.
everyone else to make that happen.
So it seems like what you're describing is being a director is leadership in an artistic form. Where did you learn this leadership skill to be a director?
I think just through taking on different leadership roles in life, where with film specifically, being a first assistant director, for example, that's
Hmm.
a leadership role because you're running the set. It's just a different type of leader than
That's it.
what a director is. But also, I guess what a lot of people don't know about me is I've done horse wrangling a couple times, and that's its own leadership role, where you're a tour guide and you have to be the one to make and create that experience for the people that you're leading, and they trust you, and you're teaching them and things like that. But I don't know, to me it just comes naturally, because if I feel confident in the story is my leader, and then I just know the story, and I have the story really guide a lot of my decisions, because everything should be justified within the story itself. And I think to be fair, I think it really helps that I co-wrote this as well. I think, you know, directing material that you haven't written, I haven't done that yet, and it's something I think would be more challenging, because you might not have a clear understanding of the material, or a deeper understanding, or as much of a personal connection to it as I did with this one.
Okay.
And would you, in that case, try to get advice from the writer of that story, and like try to get their input while you're directing, or how would that work?
Typically, you would acquiesce that script, and then just delve into the script, and delve into script analysis, and really pick it apart that way, and try to make it your own in your head. Okay. But that just comes through really like doing the work of like breaking it down into chunks, and rereading, and oftentimes, you know, directors will come on board, and they'll with an existing piece, and they'll work with the writer to do rewrites, kind of using some of their own ideas in order to make it more of their own as well, just so that they can wrap their head around it.
Dude, also getting into some juicy stuff. All right, are you dating anyone right now? Are you seeing someone? Do you have a girlfriend?
I'm not. I'm pretty much dating a screenwriting software right now.
Oh my God.
So
I can't relate to that more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm dating medicine right now. I'm dating this YouTube channel, and that's about it.
Yo, yeah.
No, I feel that. What kind of person do you look for if you are dating someone, like, you know, I'm assuming supportive of what you're doing right now, helping you along with it?
Yeah. To be fair, I think it's really I think it's extremely difficult to balance out a relationship and also a film. I'm not quite sure how people do that. But what I look for is just grounded, interesting, having someone that has a very specific life approach, and that to me is interesting. Passion's interesting.
100%.
At one point when I was 19, I worked for 2 days on an indie feature shoot with Timothy Chalamet. I was just a production assistant, so I didn't have a creative role or anything like that, and it was only for 2 days. But this was before he became known and famous. But it was interesting, because I just came onto this project last minute, and I had just seen the Interstellar trailer, and I thought that the lead looked familiar, and then it clicked when I went home after that day, and I realized that, you know, this was right before Interstellar was released, and this is his sort of intro into more you know, where people saw his face more for the first time. But his role was pretty minimal in Interstellar, where he wasn't really people couldn't really see like his prowess or capabilities through that film.
Yeah, did you get an
no,
autograph from him?
I gotta
darn, dude,
darn.
You should have, man. You should have. And one last thing. In your movie, there was a very powerful quote.
Brave is when you are able to look someone in the eye and tell them and think, I am you.
Tell me more about that quote. Like, where'd you guys get that quote? What does it relate with you to your life?
Yeah, I thought it captured empathy, and that's sort of this propulsion throughout the film. So to me, it's this thought experiment that goes beyond just walking in someone's shoes. It's about seeing through their eyes, hearing through their ears, talking through their mouth, like really thinking what it's like to be another person.
Yeah.
And I think to me, that's what bravery is. And I wanted to really explore
being able to relate to someone. Yeah.
That there's this idea of, you know, to be brave is to go into battle or like hitchhike solo or whatever it is, but it's really, I think being brave is just to see yourself in someone else.
Very, very well said. Very well said. I think we can all use that sentence, use that phrase, especially, you know, with these challenging times with COVID and everything. So very well said. I like that part in that movie. But do you have anything else to add, Saahith? Anything else, Johnathan?
I don't think so. I look forward to watching all these other interviews as well. I think it's
for
cool
sure,
how each week it's just going to be a very different person and vibe, and I think that's really going to keep people super interested.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
Smash those likes, guys. Smash those
the
likes.
like button, the subscribe button for us. Thank you. That was beautiful interview. And like you know, like always, we'd like to thank our guest Johnathan Finney here for being here, giving his time this early morning. What we'll do is we'll put his Instagram down there. If you want to follow him, go ahead and follow him. Put up the link to the movie. Feel free to see that. Very well made, very well filmed, very well said. The movie is great. But like always, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next week, and we have, for sure, man. We have another amazing guest next week, and we look forward to seeing you guys there. My name is Rohith.
My name's Saahith.
We're signing off.